Hello everyone, we're back. Day one of the big annual library book sale that I've been talking about for a while. Very excited. This was the best year, I think, in a few years, really.
I haven't been in
many years. You were actually able to go today, and we'll be back tomorrow and the next day. So tons of stuff, starting off with a massive collection of Dragonlance. I'll go through tons of books, and then actually a bunch of DVD finds at the end too, so they had some good stuff. So starting off with some books from the meeting of the Sextet. So if you're into old Dragonlance and Forgotten Realms, this will definitely be for you.
And they're in good shape.
Yeah, fantastic. And the older covers for a lot of them too. Some are newer, but some of the Defenders of Magic, the original trilogy, the Dragonlance Chronicles, newer covers, but that and Second Generation, good to pair together. I really like this series. I want to read these. I read these when they came out, but The Last Thane and Tears of the Sky from the Chaos War series, I really liked that Dragons of Summer Flame book and all the Chaos War books that came after it. I remember reading those, I think as I was middle school when those started coming out. So those I actually want to reread. Soulforge, Dragons of Chaos, Kindermore, Dragons at War, or the Lost Histories, Dragons of Krynn, and other Lost Histories. So tons of Dragonlance to start.
And then we got some Forgotten Realms.
And these two were a good combination of a lot of like older ones. We have thrown the Twilight, the Giants, some Douglas Niles, and some newer ones as well. The Wizard War, Floodgate, and Mage Hound.
And it's book 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, so a lot of them are consecutive, which is nice.
Yes.
You can find those together. Waterdeep, the Avatar trilogy, and Shadowdale. The Baldur's Gate novelization. Actually, I didn't even realize as we were going through, we have the whole Avatar trilogy. I was like, wait a minute, that is 1, 2, and 3.
Oh.
1, 2, and 3. They got mixed up. Yeah, so another set.
I was just grabbing them because it was so crowded.
It was very
It was a very small table, and
yeah, the science fiction and fantasy section has gotten smaller.
So many nerds had like papers with like all the books they needed, and like that is not the time for that.
Blade.
To have a printed. The one lady had a folder with everything.
Yeah,
Like,
it's gonna be hard to find those.
Please.
And the last big collection of stuff, we found tons of Star Wars. One big set of New Jedi Order, a whole bunch of those.
It is crazy. Those used to be like you'd find them everywhere. Now
Not
I feel
so much
like
anymore.
We don't really find those. So interesting ones. And they're all in really good shape, which I think is that's not normal. I feel like a lot of them are from a collection from someone who took care of them.
Dark Nest, I'm just missing one of those. Maybe we'll find it tomorrow. We'll see. It was really busy, so there were some sections that were like you couldn't even really get to.
Well, we were pretty far up in line.
Yes.
By the time it opened.
Yeah, we were around an hour early and like what 40th maybe in line probably.
Well, for a while.
Yeah.
And then we have some other stuff. This is just the miscellaneous.
Yeah.
My goal for this weekend was to find one Star Trek book that Stefan did not have.
Yeah, you found a little stack of Voyager. You found two. The novelization of Flashback, that episode for the 30th anniversary of Star Trek. I did not have the novelization of that, and I did not have number 8, Cybersong.
I was like convinced you had all of those.
Nope. So. Violations is one of the first Star Trek books I ever read. The Garden.
Knew we had that.
The Invasion series.
I knew we had that.
A handful of Farscape books.
Which is really cool.
Dark Side of the Sun. Yeah, you never run into those. House of Cards.
And Perfect Shape.
Yeah, Ship of Ghosts. So tons of great sci-fi and fantasy stuff. Continuing on with some Doctor Who, which I think she's back now, Rose.
I think she's the new Doctor.
She's the new Doctor. Unknown Powers, The Secrets of Life, Death, and the Beyond. This looks really creepy. The Entry. Strangest of All.
I don't know what this is.
I don't know. You said this one looked like something I would read.
It does look like a Stefan book.
Yep.
We just got
Kingdom Besieged. Yeah, we got a bunch of Raymond E. Feist a little while ago. Some Mercedes Lackey as well.
That's just like cornerstone of the book sale.
Yes.
Mercedes Lackey. It's always. I found a bunch of Hellboy.
Yeah, novelization of the first movie.
And we've sold
this one before.
We've sold that one.
Lost Army. And the Bones of Giants. That might be an interesting read, that one. and a bunch of like YA fiction and kids books and Animorphs. Indian in the Cupboard. Some more Animorphs. Secret World of Alex Max. There's some good old Nickelodeon.
We have one of those already.
Some Goosebumps. Secret of Droon. One old Goosebumps.
Yes.
Yeah, so Can't Scare Me.
I had to
It's always nice.
fight a bunch of kids for those.
A lot of the Horrorland Goosebumps ones, or at least found a bunch of them. Novelization of Disney's The Black Hole. This is a great movie, and novelizations of any of the older live-action Disney movies do really well. And they're
I've never
usually
seen that
done
movie.
pretty good. Really, we own that movie. That's a good
We
movie.
own a lot of movies.
That was Disney trying to do like a legit science fiction movie. It was interesting.
We didn't really watch a lot of the live action.
There's so many good ones. But Frank Herbert, The Heretics of Dune. This is a really cool edition from like I think it was the mid '80s. I really thought that was a nice one. So tons of stuff. Already like a fantastic morning at the thrift. I almost said at the thrift store. I'm so used to saying that at the
It is
giant
kind of a thrift store.
annual book sale. But tons of stuff, and they were great. Like it was like 50 cents for paperbacks. So like this was real. I think especially all that Dragonlance, Forgotten Realms. Like that's so much more than we would normally find at the book sale the past
Yes.
few years.
Yeah.
And then getting into a ton of DVD finds, which is great because most of the years I don't grab a ton of DVDs till the third day when everything's half price. But there was a lot that was worth grabbing, and like a lot that I want to watch through. Like it's not all stuff for the store. Like there's some really cool stuff, because all the DVDs and stuff were $2 or $3, and some of these I can't believe it for $2 or $3. This is beautiful, perfect
was
edition,
$2.
hard. This was $2. The complete series of Space 1999 in this beautiful
It's like a
collector's
hard-
hardcover. It's like a really nice, and the discs are in perfect shape as a whole selection of special features. $2 for that. And it's like, oh my gosh.
I've never heard of that.
So it's great. It was a great early 70s BBC, sci-fi series. Kind of a British
I
answer
saw
to
someone
Star
had a
Trek
bunch
anyways.
of the Perot that you've sold a bunch
Yeah,
of times.
yeah, since one a bunch of those. The Wolfman Complete Legacy Collection. That's a great DVD set. The Boris Karloff Frankenstein Legacy Collection, a cool lenticular cover. Some Kino Lorber with 1, 2, 3, Billy Wilder, and Green Card. A movie that I used to watch every Christmas on VHS when I was a
so
little
weird.
kid. Part of the We Sing series.
We've never seen I've never seen those.
We had all the We Sings. This was a staple in our household growing up on VHS. The best Christmas ever. A Happy Holiday Musical.
So weird.
This and like the Grandpa's Magical Toys and Big Rock Candy Mountain. Those were like the staples. But
Has anyone
this
else
was,
ever
like,
watched those? Because I feel like I've
a
never heard
bunch
of
of people
anyone
do. They're
watching
really popular,
those.
and anytime I find a We Sing stuff like for
Yeah,
the
you
store,
sell
they
it
sell them like
immediately.
less than a week. Like We Sing was popular.
It's weird though. We never. I
weird.
had the cassette tapes, like the
Yeah.
sing-along.
Oh, yeah, I had
things,
all,
but,
like, the,
I never had those.
A Peanuts classic, a holiday collection. So it has the Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Halloween set for the Peanuts.
No Easter.
No Easter. This, again, you look out. I wish I had the complete thing, but the complete second season of The Hunger, hosted by David Bowie,
Of course it is.
with a. This is weird on the
It's so
back.
weird.
Most people, are not gonna know what this is, but Mr. Skins. If anyone knows what that is, you have a dirty mind and you're around my age. But yeah, that's really, really interesting. Top 10 scenes from The Hunger seasons 1 and 2 as a bonus feature. That's just weird to me to be a bonus feature and advertised on the back. If you know what that is, you're gonna be like, yeah, that's weird. But interesting. The
Now
Hunger.
people are gonna look it up. And
People gotta
be,
look up. I don't know if that
super-
that might not even exist anymore.
I'm sure there's
but
like a Wikipedia page.
maybe like a
explaining
history of
what
the
it
internet
is.
kind of thing. But yeah, I don't think I know that exists anymore. A Buffy season 3 set, a nice more of the kind of. There's been 3 different variations: the big fold out, and then the real sum case. This is the in between with the slide out individual.
When you said that
seasons.
might replace.
One of mine, yeah, because it's a different variation of by far my favorite season, Buffy season 3. Battlestar Galactica, the complete original series, nice shimmery and nice big fold out. There's nice artwork in there. That's really cool. This one I'll watch through. This is a Goosebumps 3 DVD pack from the Goosebumps TV series, and it has Ghost Next Door, the Chillology,
What's
and
a
it came from Beneath the
Chillology?
Sink. Yeah, that's one I was not sure about.
Never heard of that.
Yeah, I don't know what that one is, but the other one's obviously. But that's why I wanted to check this out, and they're each on their own disc,
Oh, that's
which
weird.
is nice too for Goosebumps.
Interesting.
So the Goosebumps DVDs are always really cool to get. Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog with a bunch of special features, like tons of stuff. This looks really cool.
It's a Kino Lorber as well. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
from the Educational Shorts series. These fascinate me.
I know, you
and
love-
but I never see them. I have a couple on Laserdisc that are
Tina
fantastic.
Sai.
Yeah, these are great, but there's old, mostly for like schools, like educational shorts and things from the 40s to 70s. And this one's How to Be a Man, Volume 1, from the AV Geeks Film Library. These are fascinating. I think they're fun to watch. I love when Mystery Science Theater does them as shorts. Like, I just think these are really cool. And speaking of serials and older stuff like that, we have the Tarzan collection. 6 original classic feature films and a whole bunch of extras, documentaries. It's a big fold-out
like-
set. It's really cool.
That's like Sci-Fi Channel in the middle of the night when
Yeah,
they
like
couldn't
1 in the
fill
morning,
They
it's
couldn't
like
fill the space. That's
crazy.
what they put in.
But tons
No
of
one
great
wants to
artwork.
watch that.
That's really cool. And then, kind of in the same vein to go along with that, we have The Jungle Queen, 13 chapters of savage thrills. Jungle Queen.
Jungle Queen.
And a Midnight Movies double feature with Attack of the Puppet People and Village of the Giants.
I've seen Village of the Giants before.
Village of Giants, and Village of Giants that's a staple in a lot of those shows like Mystery Science Theater, Elvira, like a lot of those
But
kind
I
of
think
bad
I've,
movie
I
things.
think that was on the Sci-Fi Channel
Yeah,
a lot.
and Attack
I
of
feel
the
like
Puppet
I've seen
People.
that.
I've seen that image. I think I've seen that too.
I've
But
definitely not seen that.
I kind of want to watch that
But
one. But
that I've
yeah, I
definitely
know
seen.
Village of Giants. I know, and yeah, but
It's weird.
yeah, little Ronnie Howard. So yeah, interesting. All of that today, fantastic. That was a brilliant morning for the first day. Tons of great stuff. I can't believe the amount of like Dragonlance.
Especially with
Drowned
all the
Realms.
people.
Yeah, for
I don't
being
know if
that
they
packed, it was.
We're listening because they were
hundreds,
counting people
hundreds of
coming in.
people. I wasn't hearing that.
When we left, they were at 578.
Yeah, and we were there like an hour. And there's
We weren't
already-
even there an hour.
Yeah, and
we were
was-
there like a half an
yeah,
hour.
Close to 600 people. So yeah, that was crazy, but a really good morning, and we're gonna go back tomorrow. We'll see, and then the third day is half price day, so we'll be back with even more.